Hi, this is Bobby at Copal TV Repair with a video today showing 3 working boards that were sent to us for repair. This is a 60PB series TV, and those are the 3 boards. I don't have the customer's name, and I did not see the boards initialed, so I just initialed them. This one is 1, this one is 2, and this one here is 3. And the reason I did that is so that the customer knows upon receiving them that those are the boards that we made a video of. And I'm making a video because all 3 boards arrived in a working condition, and because per our terms and conditions we will charge something that may seem like a lot for testing boards. Before I get into that, let me show you the TV. There's the TV, never mind the black horizontal line, that's because of our panel, and it can be seen in all other videos, and I will get to it in a second. Relating to the charges that we do for testing, they're actually referred to in on the page that defines the terms and conditions for sending us boards for repair. And the reason we charge is because it is A, time consuming, and B, expensive over time. Sometimes faulty board can take down the good working ones that we use for testing. For the sake of proper testing, the way this was actually ended up this way is from a working TV with our boards. We first put in the YSUS. Of course, we first bench check them. Bench test them. I'm sorry, it's a tough day for me. So we first bench test them, and when we don't find anything that is wrong on a particular board, we put in first the YSUS and then power down the TV, and it came with a picture. Then we remove the top one, and of course we tested it first and didn't find anything wrong with it, and then we put that one and we put that one. This is a long and time consuming process, and it has to be done in that order, because if we replace all 3 and something doesn't work, we won't know what doesn't work. And if we have 3, we have to test all of them, and we have to test them even if they test okay on a bench with a meter, with all the things that we tend to test. First, because we can miss something. Second, because many times in plasma TVs, when something fails, it can fail in a way that it can pass a bench test, but in a live set, in a live circuit, it may not function. So we have to test all of the boards. It doesn't make sense. It's an issue that often comes up, why, you charge me for testing a board that ends up working when you see that another one, let's say somebody sends 2 boards and we find one of them working, we'll always test the second one. Why? Well, because if they get them back and something doesn't work, we'll be in a very stupid position of saying, you know what, it may be the other board. And of course the customer will say, but I sent it to you, why didn't you test it? And so when we receive all 3 boards, we have to test all 3 boards. And another reason why we charge for testing, what appears to may have been excessive, with TVs comes wear and tear, and that black line that I showed you here, this one, is because while installing while testing, we either tore up one of those connectors at the top. That's why it has scotch here, and I've mentioned it in other videos. And the rest should have these scotch tapes too, because they make them stronger. Or with those LG panels and other LG panels, because those are very short, sometimes the tearing up actually happens on the back side, where this cable is bonded to the panel itself. Anyhow, long story short, all those 3 boards are working. I know ultimately they will fail, but for this particular trio model, this is the first time I can remember we receive all 3 working. Whatever else the problem might be, I have seen the power board fail on that TV a few times. In fact, we just have a few here, and I have seen the main board fail on that TV. The only board that I have not seen fail is the YSUS board. I don't remember about looking at that. I must have seen the plasma logic board fail too, because we do have a spare one here. That is all. Thank you very much.